Now is a good entry opportunity for Polygon. Hey, welcome to the Crypto Owl. We have noticed that the transformation from Polygon MATIC to Polygon POL is now complete. A few exchanges are still missing, but the major ones are mostly already on board. And here we take a look at what is currently happening, or rather, why Polygon could experience a significant rise in the near future. When it comes to exchanges, it is noteworthy that Binance has just recently accepted POL. MATIC has been converted into POL, and this caused, as we can see here, a price surge that occurred today. At the same time, there are further actions happening today around MATIC. POL, which we will look at shortly, and Polygon currently has one of the largest and fastest growing markets. We will examine why and how shortly. Polygon is definitely an incredible success recipe for investors who got in early. Let's take a look at the IEO alone, or rather, the token launch. If someone invested in the very first round, which very few did because it wasn't even known who that was, then they achieved a % gain compared to the current price. Polygon was once at a higher level, considering that Binance also invested. They have thrown in approximately 5 million here at the current price. So this is really impressive. And with Coinbase Ventures, it looks very, very similar. This is quite a lot, I must say. Here, there are also some other investors involved, for example. Also, Mark Cuban, which is of course very interesting. And they have already achieved very interesting profits. And one of the exciting investors, which is why it was said, especially in the year 2022, that something will come of it, is Disney Acculator. And they really said, not that they might still conjure something for us on Polygon. In any case, it's very exciting to observe all of this because now, yes, looking at the long term, we see that clearly there has been a decline here. But let's be honest, when did this decline actually happen? In mid-March, yes, look at the other cryptocurrencies. When they fell, it will be quite similar. Then we had the announcement about MATIC transitioning to POL. This caused another price surge, which unfortunately was also sold off. But we see quite similar trends in other charts. This means we need to get out of this summer slump where we currently find ourselves with the transformation from MATIC to POL at Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. Here, it is very clear that the price has increased, which is of course a positive sign. At the same time, we see that Polygon has quite a bit planned with their POL, which it now is, and other things that will soon be coming to the main net. So the whole thing is definitely interesting and worth keeping an eye on, as they want to update and improve some aspects for the future. And that could make Polygon very exciting. So let's continue to look at what Polygon actually has to offer. And Polygon currently offers the fastest growing market overall. And that's really crazy. Specifically this here, because I really have to say, this site Polymarket, maybe you've heard of it, is a betting provider site. So basically, you can say here what you want to bet on. You can bet on anything, I don't know, Super Bowl champion. There are so many things, and something new comes in every day. I even mean football, where something is involved. Elon Musk tweets in German. There was something like that before. Ballon d'Or winner and so on. So footballer of the year and so on. There are so many things you can bet on. Mainly, of course, real world things. And that's the exciting part about it, because many people say this could be a real world asset or a real world market. And that's exactly it, because these up here are currently very popular. Even to some extent on television, no joke. So it has been that the presidential election winner, that is, who will win the US election campaign, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. And these opportunities that are here are often gladly taken to showcase the whole thing on television, to show on news sites and so on. Mainly on X, you see this very, very often. And then it looks like this. Many say that Kamala Harris has a good chance because Polymarket is presenting the whole thing. It is a betting site. There are no survey values. It is a betting site. People who have a little money and feel like gambling at once bet here. And those are the numbers that come out from the people who have money and are eager to bet. Yes, and taking that as looking good for Kamala Harris, I believe, is the wrong approach in this case. In any case, it is currently one of the most interesting platforms out there. This really needs to be emphasized here because we see that this platform is being used a lot and is, of course, currently being utilized for the polls of the US election, but also many other things. You have always seen roughly, but also a lot of nonsense. So basically, anyone can list any bet. But when you think about football, I believe there is a lot of potential, especially since one of the most famous footballers plays in the USA, namely Messi. So this platform is really very exciting to watch and is mentioned at least 2001 more times in this video. If you're saying now, hey, I want to participate too, I want to buy cryptocurrencies as well, then check out Maxi. Maxi itself claims to have the lowest fees, and they really do. They have listed over 3,000 cryptocurrencies, achieving the top spot for the most listed cryptocurrencies, and there is a $1,000 bonus if you register here. Additionally, there is a 10% cashback on the fees paid with the link in the pinned comment or in the video description. But I strongly assume that even Maxi will eventually say something like, well, the market is doing well, people want to buy, so let's raise the fees. Yes, and that will definitely benefit us. In spot trading, it's really the case that you have these 3,000 cryptocurrencies. That's amazing. So you can scroll here. Look, I'll take the tab. You can scroll like crazy. It's amazing. And of course, Polygon is also here by now. Also listed with POL, not just MATIC, but with POL. You can buy via limit price, where you say, I will buy at this and that price. If the whole thing drops again, or if you say, I would rather go directly into the order book, that is the market price, then the best order price will be selected. At the same time, you can engage in future trading here and do it all with Polygon, for example. With POL, you can go long and short and even do so with a leverage of up to ER. With Bitcoin and companies, there are even leverage options available if you're interested in trading. At the same time, there are daily bonuses related to trading. Among all the traders, this will be drawn. We do a little trading of 45. Sounds like a lot now, but if we do 1,000 with a 10-fold leverage, we are already at. That's why win tickets here and then take the bonus from it every day. Every day there is this bonus and other events, Kickstarter events, where you can collect many airdrops with max token, meaning MX token. Almost daily, there might be a 1 or 2 day break, but then it comes back. So feel free to check it out. Maxi with cashback. The link is in the video description, so be sure to take a look. If we take a look at the DeFi market, Polygon may not seem so impressive, because when we examine the total value locked in the DeFi sector, we see all the opportunities, but we mainly see companies, and this is clearly reflected in this curve, which mirrors exactly what we see overall. Polygon may seem rather boring, but as we've seen, many are involved in DeFi, which mainly takes place with your companies, and not much is happening on others like Solana and Tron. Solana has seen a bit more activity, but Tron has also emerged in recent days or weeks, although generally to a lesser extent. And so it looks like this, that one might say DeFi, maybe not, but something completely different and exciting, namely when looking at the prediction market. So it is also essentially like Poly market. We could now ask who will soon be ranked number one. And then we can clearly see that one of the fastest growing markets or platforms is clearly Polygon. When we mention Polygon, we can clearly see this curve that we have also observed with all. And when we then look at companies and Solana, everything seems quite boring in comparison. But with Polygon, we see a very sharp curve, mainly here because of Polymarket, as it clearly states that this could be one of the most remarkable markets ever. And not DeFi, but we see here that Polymarket is very interesting because everyone, especially around the election, is currently looking to trade and place bets here, wanting to earn money and play for profits and so on. So here we have a betting platform where Polygon or POL runs in the background, and you can place POL bets to potentially make 2001, of course, more from it. A little bit of betting. The whole thing looks like this in the pie chart, where you can clearly see that Polygon makes up the largest share of these market predictions. So these are just speculations about where the market is heading. Here, people are saying where a lot of total value locked could accumulate, and Polymarket is clearly leading in this regard. Therefore, it is quite exciting to observe what will become of Polymarket, this transformation from POL, and of course, the technical aspects that Polygon will soon implement. It will improve, but let's be honest, it can't just be a web platform. There are also other things with which one can manage their chain, or it can push its applications. And of course, Polygon is also trying to do this with this one, namely Memecoin Mania. Today, it begins together with Cardano, but also with Polygon, and that could be very interesting. Down here, you might only see this, but up here, you see Polygon. If you look at my mouse here, down there is Cardano, and above is Polygon, and that's something, yes, It's basically just an X call. But I honestly say, these are of course also things we see here. This whole thing is taking place today on Friday the 13th, which is why this picture. And yes, I can also imagine that, especially when the market has taken a certain interest in Polygon, they will likely also take advantage of meme coins, saying, look, we are now just creating a lot of tokens and coins, because these token and coin creators around meme coins also switch chains. We have seen it. Mainly, they were all on Solana, where there is still some activity, but many then swapped over to Base, created a few tokens there, and then everything shifted to Tron. There was also a bit of avalanche in between, and now Polygon could be next, especially since transaction fees will become cheaper and many improvements are being made. And of course, the blockchain itself, this layer 2 will be significantly more attractive, faster, and more efficient. So why shouldn't the fastest growing market or the fastest growing application Poly market generate extreme attention around MATIC alongside meme coins? Meanwhile, Paul, I also have to get used to the fact that it's no longer called MATIC. Now, of course, the question to you all is, what do you think? Can something happen here again? Let's take a look at the daily chart and see where MATIC, now POL, used to stand, where they have been, and where they can still go. So let's go back a bit and see that we had 290 here, which is obviously a crazy price. The whole thing, we are here at Coinbase, could also differ. That was in December 2021, yes, and now we are at 0.40. So in comparison, it's not that great, to be honest. And now the big question is, where can Polygon or MATIC or POL, call it what you want. Let's just call it 2001. Polygon gave me the easiest way to ask, where can Polygon run to at the moment? Where can it all go? Can we maybe attack again? Perhaps even reach 0.60 here? That would be great, of course. But the big question is, can we do it? Can we do it with the fastest growing market? Can we do it with meme coins? That's hard to say. Feel free to share your opinion in the comments. Polygon in 2024. Is the dollar still possible? I can imagine that there are definitely opportunities here and that the price will rise significantly again with the growing number of users. And as long as Poly market is on everyone's lips, I believe that Polygon, or rather POL, will continue to attract attention here. I think that until the US election, Poly market will be mentioned repeatedly in reports because it is simply a prediction site. And before you have to call people on the phone to ask, what do you think? Who do you want? And so on. It's quite simple to choose a betting platform here. Well, everyone has to decide for themselves. In this sense, I hope you were able to take something away from this video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Support us and the channel, and we can of course continue to create great, cool, and interesting videos. And as mentioned, please use the comment function not only to mention the price possibility and say, yes, it will go to $2 or whatever you really think, but also feel free to share your opinion about Polygon. Is this transformation from MATIC to POL intriguing? Is it good? Or do you just say, this thing has to go through the roof? I need to have the Lambo. Share your opinion in the comments. Remember our free Telegram group, which is also open 24/7 for you to ask questions and so on. With that said, I want to thank you for watching and see you in the next video.